This is God Hand. Beat 'em up from Clover, who died and turned into Platinum, so they're still kicking.
Yep.
I never played this game when it came out. I've only, emulated it. I'm still looking for a PS2 copy.
That's what I expected from you.
Well, this is a pretty good game. I've played a little bit of it, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It was criminally underrated by several gaming publications, and as such is, usually worth checking out.
Water!
Gee.
On IGN, it's rated lower than Imagine Party Babies.
That is true. If you look at, the difference between Imagine Party Babies and fucking God Hand,
Well,
They-
sexy little friends.
they're fucking stupid. Who listens to IGN these days anyway?
It's mostly derided. But anyway, it's kind of like on the story at the beginning, it gets dumped to you throughout the stage.
Yep.
Okay, so God Hand is tough, but it's not bullshit. And that's how I start the game off.
We should probably introduce what this actual series is.
This is Necessary Detour, as W-Man named it during the Underhell parts.
Right.
We just do a once over on games, and yeah, if enemies grab you, you can reverse the suplex.
Right.
Fucking great. Oh man, this game is so fucking cool. This
It
is our
is.
second type of enemy. Okay, I'm never taunting, again in this video, because it puts them in their rage mode where they get less defensive but attack more. Oh yeah, you can get out of the fucking throw as well. But basically, you see it said level up there. The game's difficulty is fucking dynamic. If you beat up on dudes enough, it goes up a level. Enemies' AI improves. There's the Ball Buster. The Ball Buster instantly stun locks them so you can do your own grapples. You can open up enemies for grapples by block breaking them, or by doing enough damage in a small amount of time that they get stunned. Also, I'm just waiting around here for a bit.
Are they just kicking some random guy?
Yeah, but I'm waiting for this. He can come after. I'll save him in a bit. But there's only a handful of these in the game, and I want to show it off.
So it just appears when you just stand in a random location for a set amount of time.
Yep.
Huh.
And that gives you another roulette token. The roulette was the thing I used to do the Ball Buster.
I didn't actually know about the roulette token trick that you just showed off. I played the game a little bit, and I'm decent at video games. I'm better than most people, but I'm not up in Mike Kobayashi levels of insane. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Do you guys know who Mike Kobayashi is?
I can't say I do, actually.
I've never
Okay,
heard of him.
his YouTube channel is Mike Kobe, and he just completely destroys video games. It's just a treat to watch.
So, I'm going to talk about a few things I did there, just get all the technical stuff out of the way. That dodging I'm doing, you can't do camera control in this game. The right analog stick is your dodge. You do it backwards to do that cartwheel backwards. You can press it up to do a quick dodge that gets you level up points. Also, he fucking swaggers if you just stop after beating the shit out of people.
Yep.
You can save people littered around the stage, and they give you fruit.
Cool. He pulled that fruit from his asshole, and you're gonna eat it.
Yeah, but that's the worst fruit as well. I don't want his arse cherries, but I need all the health I can get. Right, this door. Fuck that one up, actually. This enemy's waiting here. You can come around the side. You don't get that little camera angle for him. Yeah, that dodge is you can spam it indefinitely, but if you dodge with it, it gives you points on that fucking difficulty slider. You can also do side dodges, which are... They're okay, all the dodges have invincibility frames, but you can't do the forward dodge on, downward attacks. You can fucking launch enemies with this shit. A big part of why this game is, tough but fair is you can cancel out of nearly any of your attacks. So it's about doing back and forths with enemies where you like hit them, wait for them to go into an attack, and then dodge back and then come back in.
Right.
So you can kind of like play it really safe, but I'm doing a few stupid things to make this video fun to watch. Like stealing crates from the bar.
And then throwing them at someone.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that enemy's scripted to do that, but these fuckers appear randomly throughout most of the game. Like, they've come out more if you're on a high difficulty level. But fuck him, my god hand gauge was maxed out. Okay, Lawley, so are you taking in everything that's happening so far?
Well, you seem to be fighting a demon
Yep.
in the desert.
You're actually pretty decent at this game.
I'm okay. Like, I'm on level 2. Level 3 is where, like, my fucking proficiency maxes out. I'm not gonna tell you what the final, like, difficulty stage is called, but it's pretty fucking great. So if you beat up these guys, you get new attacks!
Neat.
I'm gonna show off the best, one of the coolest features of this game right now. So, the technique slider. You customize, you can, like, set every move in your combo. And all of your extra attacks as well.
Okay, that's actually pretty neat.
That is really fucking nifty.
Yep.
So I'm just going to change it here, just give it the long straight, I think. The thing is, I'm not going to change it too much, because, like, your basic combo should be your bread and butter. Then you have all of your extra attacks, which should do all your bonus stuff. And also, fuck these guys.
I should really play more of this game, because I fucking love games like this. Stuff that's genuinely challenging, but not, like, ridiculously so, is just a rarity these days, because of all the pandering to, you know, people who mainly don't really play video games that much. It's kind of sad, but, you know. Anyway.
Also, another great thing about this is just the music for this fucking stage. No, I don't
Oh,
know that
yeah.
one's yet. This is, I think, it's called Gene's Lullaby or Rockabye or something. Yeah. Now, enemies actually do have, like, if you do that enough, they get fucking angry at you and will, like, cancel out of your air combo. Just say, no, you can't, like, lame the game like this. But he didn't. He let me get away with it. Oh yeah, also they can kick sand in your eyes. Another thing I like is, like, some of Gene's attacks just look so fucking cowardly, like that stomp move. And doing that to enemies.
Wait, was that fat guy sitting on someone?
Yes. This game gets really fucking silly. Like, he just forgot what he was doing right there. Just waiting for him in here. Now, the reason I didn't want to go too far is... Oh god, yeah, he can do that too. Like, there is an enemy spawn, but you can, like, trigger this guy to get him out, so you can fight him on your own. Like, your moveset is perfectly designed for fighting one-on-one. The real challenge comes from when they drop groups on you and you've got to learn how to manage them.
That never gets old.
The sad thing is, once you get on level 3 and above, the enemies basically become immune to stomping. Like, the thing is, I haven't beaten this game yet. I've played through a good chunk of it. Like, every strategy that I've devised, the next level is like, it gives you a hard counter and you have to swap your playstyle up.
Now that is something more games should have.
Yeah. It's like, in this level, all the enemies have to get in close to fight you, so you can manage groups by just, like, hitting one guy, backing off, and then, you know, coming back in. Stage 2 introduces whip enemies, who, like, deny you an area. So you have to, like, kind of get them first, but they have lower health and shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop using that, like, dive kick now, because unlike most moves in the game, you can't cancel out of it, so it is, like, the first move you should really get rid of. Because it's fucking fun as shit to do, but all enemies basically dodge it once you get beyond level 2. There's another technique in this game, but I can't do it consistently, is if you hit an enemy the moment their attack should hit you, it does tons of damage and blasts them the fuck out.
Neat.
So yeah, that's pretty much every enemy on the first stage dead.
Wow, and he barely took any damage.
Yeah, I got really lucky on this recording. It's like I was playing through this the day before and I was getting my shit wrecked.
I like how the picked up sound is just a whistle.
Yeah. Nice. But Gene's really fucking happy-go-lucky when in actual levels. Just every time he gets through, he loves it. Now this was actually recorded on an emulator. And it actually came out pretty well. That's the thing. Okay, now we're actually... Between every area, you can go to the shop. I don't know why she's got that fucking thing on her head, but I'm not questioning it. And you see up the top there, the pimp hand. You can get an entire pimp combo in this game. We also buy new roulette techniques, we don't have anything yet. Basically, the game is hard, but you keep all of your money whenever you, like, die. So, if you're really terrible, you'll just get enough money to buy better techniques and, like, level up your health bar and such. So it does ease out if you keep dying. That and the difficulty level is fucking dynamic. You take damage, you get knocked down a level, and the enemies become stupider.
I'll search for their base from here.
Much better.
Gene, are you listening?
Have fun. Got nothing to do with me.
Impossible.
Okay, one of my favourite things in the game is in the next stage, and it's because of this cutscene.
Yes.
Oh, that part.
Must be
Why is he just saying ow?
Well, he got his arm chopped off.
Just I imagine more painful screaming than just ow.
That is not the weirdest thing in this
Time
game.
to get to business,
Yeah,
Gene.
yeah. This game fucking keeps topping itself.
Yeah.
Like, there is an offhand moment in the third stage that actually trumps everything you're going to see in this video, and it's actually one of the fucking more sane moments.
Smart ass. Son of a bitch. Damn it, Olivia!
So he got his arm chopped off, and then at some point got the God Hand, which has turned him into, well, he's pretty fucking powerful.
Manly McBadass, essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Now you see that kick me, I'm the God Hand sign. If you use any of your roulette moves, or you go God Hand mode, it comes off. If you don't, it stays till the end of the game. So it's a challenge run. Now the thing is, you want to be using your roulette moves and your God Hand meter, because this game is fucking tough. Part of the reason the game's tough but fair is, like, all the enemy combos are really, really choreographed. So once you learn them, you know how to dodge them and shit.
Hey, wouldn't it have been easier to do, like, a side dodge instead of flipping backwards?
I love it's just I love the fucking flip backwards.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and that actually is a thing, like, you get invincibility frames, but there are some, like, I'm more used to doing the back dodge because it's more reliable. I realize that's a really boring answer.
No, it's a good answer, I understand.
Yeah, like, the side dodge I do it for attacks like that, where I want to be right at their back when I'm starting to hit back at them.
I guess I'm used to playing Killer is Dead, where there's like shitloads of side dodging and, you know, counterattacking.
Like, I've been playing Bayonetta and I think I played a bit of MGR recently as well, but basically I'm more used to the kind of dodging system in that, where I'm not sure it's like... In those games you get plenty of fucking iframes.
Oh yeah.
So this is something that appears in like near enough every kind of beat 'em up made by Clover, well I can't say for Clover, but basically in Platinum games is hidden in the levels. I fucked up so hard. Hidden in the levels there are extra challenges and shit like this.
Yep.
You can do them for money, but I'm on really low health, so... Yeah. There's no penalty for failing them, though. Yep. I fucked up.
It happens.
But I can't get any more health, so I'm just gonna leave that. There's a few pixies here and there. You can see them on the minimap because of that blue, well, that blue dot. I love that fucking forward running animation as well. One of the complaints was this game's story isn't that great, but it doesn't take itself fucking seriously in the slightest.
See, this is why I can't fucking take story seriously ever in video games. Like, for example, The Last of Us is a real chore to get through right now because it just doesn't have the gameplay mechanics to, you know, hold it up. So...
I like Last of Us, but I can see why someone who wouldn't like the gameplay elements would not stick around for the fucking story.
Like, I mean, it's not a bad game or anything, it's just not a good one. I mean, I judge games mainly based on how fun they are to play, whether they seem too repetitive or, you know, whatever else. But, like, the cinematics in a video game is of the least concern to me. I prefer it when there's stuff like this, and it just does not take itself seriously at all.
Also, what just happened there is I told you earlier, like last stage, that enemies will get mad at you, try and like constantly air combo them and go into their rage mode. He went into his rage mode and ended up just backflipping off the fucking bridge. Probably pretty fucking angry in the fucking crevice down there. I am fucking amazed I did not die.
Well, I'll bet you can make it to the end at least.
So, here's our introduction to the villains. The four Devas.
As the newest member,
Oh, it's this voice actor.
you had better have a good reason.
Dude, I cannot hear anything but, the guy from Team America. Even though I think this came out first, didn't it?
Yeah, I think this beat it, like...
You know, I checked IMDb. I checked IMDb and it is the same actor.
Sure about that?
I did not make that connection.
Yeah.
I love that fucking guy, just because he has a line that's probably the cheesiest shit.
Is a
Yeah.
god hand.
It's this line right here.
God Hand is so blasé. Call me the Devil Hand.
I don't care what you
Yeah, you're meant to take this story seriously. It's an excuse to beat up a fat Mexican guy called Elvis.
humans will be nothing but
Like,
work
his name is Belize.
in our paradise.
That's a fucking supervillain lineup.
I can think of other things to do with mortal men. So many uses. They can be such wonderful toys.
You loco, chica, no way! Let me deal with this human cabron.
Shut up, fat ass!
Get your
I love
legs
these
off my
voices.
table.
Yes.
Elvis, find out if this human truly is the God Hand. You're the boss.
Like, this isn't even all of them. We're gonna get 2 more villains before this stage is out, and they're great too. Okay, I've got no health. Like, your health does not reset between like level chunks, so I'm just gonna let these guys fucking have me.
I love these attack sounds.
Of course you're not. I let you kill me. There we go. Alright, now we're back in action. Okay, I fucked up there, but basically if you charge for that, like, his AI still goes for it, so it's great. He just, like, reaches down, grabs nothing, and then goes back to attacking you.
Huh.
Also, there's your block breaker. Like, one of the problems with playing this with a 360 controller is, like, the input for the block breaker does not consistently work. Like, it works often enough that the game is not impossible, but it makes it a little bit more challenging than I feel it should be.
Beating a dead horse pub.
Wait, why is there a pub in the fucking ghost town? Shouldn't this be a saloon? Like, this is my one question about the legitimacy of God Hand and what's taking me out of it. Also, that pickup completely refills your God Hand meter.
Yeah, how dare they make something out of place in God Hand.
Well, let's see what's... Oh, it's just one guy playing the slot machine. It's a fucking depressing part. This guy was just a gambler as well. I just walked in and started beating him up. We're gonna be getting a new plot element introduced down this street. But first I gotta save this fucking guy.
You're not Alexander!
Alright, so Lily, do you have, like, any questions about this?
Things seem to be pretty self-explanatory, eh?
That's good.
As someone who plays a lot of fighting games and hack and slashes and all that, I know exactly what's going on here, so I don't really have any questions either.
I'll be honest, a lot of the enemies in this look like they're characters from Dragon Ball Z.
I've never actually watched Dragon Ball Z. A friend of mine's been trying to get me into watching that recently for its insanity.
I just can't watch anime with so much filler. I have a somewhat short attention span when it comes to that kind of thing. But just when it comes to that kind of thing, because I'd rather watch series with like 24 episodes at max.
Guy's being a little bit hard to crack. This is what I mean by it can become a bit of a back and forth. Oh, and I accidentally walked into the cutscene. That's why I was trying to keep him back.
Second!
Help! Help! Help!
If you want some blood serum, come and get it!
Oh my god, that guy.
Yeah. Okay, we can't go after him right now. But that's fine. This is actually like an optional side objective. Getting this guy the antidote for a poison chihuahua bite. So obviously, we're gonna fucking do it.
You're not Alexander!
Just ignoring everyone to save this man's life. He actually dies really slowly, like you have time to get everyone else on the stage first. But I want this.
I'm cured. Thank you!
Hungry!
I mean, this game is just so entertaining to watch that, like, I'd rather not talk over it because it's just a spectacle, you know? It's
A good fighter is like... This is definitely one of those games that, like, you play it and it's a lot more fun to play than it is to watch.
well, yeah.
It's kind of like a weird thing, and like when you start watching fighting games for a bit, you just stop caring about how flashy the movesets are, and you just start like watching them for fucking mind games and shit. You can't really get that in a single-player game.
See, the problem I have with a lot of hack and slash games is that, you know, they have press button do something awesome gameplay mechanics, and the developers kind of fail to take into account the fact that you're going to be seeing the same animations over and over and over. So if you make it too easy, there's nothing impressive about it after a while.
It's like the problem with like contextual kills. It like separates like, well, we've made the game look cool, but we haven't made the player feel fucking incredible.
Right.
Like, I just launched guys into a balcony, fucking knocked it over, and it's because I timed that fucking kick well.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was talking about, because like there's shit like God of War that just basically you have to spam X and then press triangle to rip them apart. And you can do that the whole fucking game except for like bosses and shit. And even the bosses are just glorified QTEs. So... or at least you finish them that way.
Okay, that one has you wrecking a car, but... Nah. What am I trying to think of? It's like...
Oh shit, there's another game. There's another game that had you wrecking a car. I think it was like, what, Street Fighter? Final Fight, yeah. Yeah. Well, neither am I, but, you know. I grew up with stuff like Virtua Fighter and, you know, maybe Street Fighter? All I know is that, like, I wasn't a Nintendo guy. I grew up with a Genesis. So, I forget if Street Fighter was on Genesis. Oh, yeah,
Hey!
yeah.
Sweetie, you're not going anywhere until you answer our quiz question. He's such a sexy man. Just
This
like
fucking guy.
I'm not that kind of guy. Question time, sweet cheeks. What's the name of our boss? Elvis. ELVIS. Like I give a shit. Unfortunately, time's up, baby. Aww.
Right.
Aren't you a big stud?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh. Oh, you know, I have had a lot of friends recommend that game to me, but I never ended up playing it because, you know, back then I was stupid and I literally judged games by their covers, so... yeah. So you're telling me it was actually a good movie license game?
I love it.
Huh. Wow.
Here I come.
Right. Huh.
This is another kind of curious thing, is like, as far as I'm aware, these guys just turn up with no explanation. I mean, Elvis is their boss, but they just never are brought up anywhere else. And the character never questions these incredibly, well, curious thoughts.
I fucking love shit like that.
It's great.
They just get dropped into the story, and then when they've served their purpose, which is being an incredibly fun boss fight, they just leave.
Yep.
But once one of them's down, it's not really too much trouble with the remainder. Trying to do the block breaker so we can do a pummel attack. Still didn't get the cool one. One kind of like legit way to just kind of keep enemies in this game easily is like, because a lot of your combos push them away from you so you can't just hit them indefinitely, is just get them into a corner like that. Like, the fighting engine actually does encourage like using the map around you like that, at least. But anyway, yep, that's the first boss fight of God Hand, and he dropped a banana for me.
Where the hell do you buy these clothes?
The description on the other guy is great. Remember I used the ball buster? That move does not work, just so that joke makes sense. So yeah, this fucking game is great.
I love the music in this.
What the fuck was IGN's problem? I mean, like, how do you rate something like this a 3?
This was a 3? I didn't know it was that low. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
I thought
6.
I could have sworn that they rated this a 3. I'd have to double check because I might be remembering wrong, but I swear that they rated this game 3.
It's unorthodox, like, fight mechanic-wise. The camera's really pulled in.
Yes. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of fucking Resident Evil 4, just from a camera angle perspective.
I mean, I'm not calling it perfect. I'm just saying that it is not a 3. It's more like
it's
a
not perfect,
fucking...
but it's like...
At
it's
least
one
a
of
7.
kind.
Oh, at least
Yeah.
a 7.
Like, different tastes in that, but this game is at least good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying at least because I'm just conceding, because I really fucking like this game.
Well, I do too.
I really love the sledgehammer animation.
It's such a simple, stupid looking attack. Also, we just saw, like, Elvis has a fucking statue of himself at the back of this room. And I'm gonna go explore that and say, here's the fucking cool-ass pummel move.
Oh!
That's so fucking satisfying every time. And then he gives you another attack. The right hook 1. We're just getting all the boring attacks. Fuck your chair.
does that guy not even notice you're in there?
I'm not sure the enemy's like aggro ranges. I hope it's like intentional so they see you approaching before coming out of their stupid cool leans.
A lot of them look like they're just chilling out and they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, they're just hanging in like this fucking mansion, then Gene comes in and wrecks their shit.
Yep.
So I accidentally stopped him there, but sometimes if enemies wreck your shit so hard, they just start laughing at you.
What are you nervous?
I also love how they seem to only have one fucking voice actor for every character, because they just fucking both just going, "What, are you nervous?" as I throw fucking jugs at them.
You know, I experienced that fucking weirdness in more modern games, like Splinter Cell Conviction. It's basically all of the mercenaries that you go and kill all have the same actor. So the whole game you have like what sounds like the same person screaming at you, and it's entertaining to say the least.
Don't ask me why I was playing this piece of shit game, but recently I was replaying fucking Red Steel 1, which I could never beat and still can't beat because it gets so fucking boring.
I beat Red Steel 1. You know, I think it's a little bit better than most people give it credit for, but then again...
I got to an airport stage and I just couldn't. Like, it wanted me to snipe with the Wii remote, and I was like, no, please, I'm begging you. I don't want to snipe with the Wii remote.
Gun controls in the Wii remote usually don't mix well.
It's like, I bought the Wii and I was hoping, fucking, please, some light gun games. I'll take some light gun games.
I remember hearing Resident Evil 4 was pretty good for it.
Oh yeah, that is the best version of Resident Evil 4. Like, I've actually played and beaten Resident Evil on each platform it's been on. Even the original shitty PC port, by the way.
Oh god.
Yeah, I know, that was a slog to get through. But the new Steam port for Resident Evil 4 is actually pretty good. It's the second best port, actually. Second best. The best is always going to be the Wii version.
Like, because that pretty much had all the fucking content from all the other versions, and that they somehow, in some fucking miracle, made the Wii remote fun to shoot with. And I will never tire of that animation.
Just kneeing someone in the face repeatedly looks great.
Yeah, okay, I don't want to break thing like Game Over or anything, but I think for like in future for these videos, because we did have like a silent part I'll probably cut out, we should probably like just talk about the game and have a few topics to go over. Make it a true necessary detour.
Yeah. I think an hour is kind of overkill anyway, so...
Yeah. I actually did get carried away was the thing, like, we did talk about it, as you said, maybe half an hour, and I just got nipped, like, halfway point of stage and thought, fuck it, I might as well fight Elvis on this save file.
Well, you know, it's a good game, so, you know, obviously you're gonna get caught up in it.
It's like, this isn't even my main fucking save file.
I'm really hoping you knock him out. Oh.
Nah, I wanted to. I was trying to set him up for a launcher. I just love how overblown all of Gene's animations are.
Yep.
Like, the game just fucking has so much personality to the way he fucking runs around and shit.
Yep.
Another thing about this game, like, because I brought up way earlier on, you have no camera controls. It is actually not a problem. Like, it should feel like tank controls, but it actually works fine, even though you're turning on the left analog stick, same as your fucking movement.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah. I just hate facing two of these enemies at once. They are the worst. So yeah, this is a bit of a fetch quest. We've got to grab 3 rosaries. Just taking out my fucking anger for fetch quests on that pot. Also, yeah, you can damage people you're trying to save, which is why you kind of want to bait enemies a bit. Like, in one of my practice runs for this recording, I was trying to save the guy that was being sat on. I threw it at him. He went backwards and then did his fucking slow run dive, which basically pummeled the fucking guy to death.
Oh, shit.
It's like, oh... This is a new demon type. Honestly, they are actually pretty much easier than the normal ones, because their attacks are a lot more choreographed. Allow me to demonstrate that by having this thing actually fucking wreck my shit. Actually, I can't remember if this one wrecked my shit. It could have been later on.
He doesn't look that hard.
Nah, not really. It's kind of like these guys remind me of the fucking Plagas enemies in Resident Evil 4, just from the sense that they're actually completely randomized. Like, there's a certain amount in each area.
Actually, as someone who's played a lot of Resident Evil 4, I can tell you that they are not randomized. No, they aren't. Each enemy has its own spawn, and it seems randomized. Like, sometimes it'll be randomized whether, like, what kind of Plagas comes out of their neck, but most of the time it isn't. Like, for example, there's a part inside, like, that castle area where you get ambushed by a red guy and, like, 2 shield guys and other guys who try and flank you. You know which part I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, okay, so...
Oh, wait, you might be talking about the water room.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Those guys will be in the same places every single time. And they will have the same Plagas come out of them every single time. It just appears randomized, because if you kill them in different ways, you can get it so that Plagas does not come out of their neck.
Alright then. Also, in this video I failed to show off one of my favorite things. Is like, if you get those demon enemies to one, like, tiny sliver of health, you get a finishing attack called the Poke of God, where you just poke them and they fucking explode.
Wow.
Yeah. But setting that up is like, has to be either complete accident or a perfect storm of, like, attacks.
High risk, high reward.
So now let's get the final rosary. Just got to pop in this room. It's just a wave room. So let's just bring it out. I think the first fucking beat 'em up I played, just to keep like thinking, because I didn't play many as a kid. I fucking had Streets of Rage 1. That game was really fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you can uppercut indefinitely. I never actually played 2 until fucking years later, and that was like the way fucking better one.
It took actually seeing people, you know, do really well at fighting games for me to actually get into fighting games.
Yeah, I can get that.
See, like, when I was younger, I wasn't really big into fighting games because I kind of, like, you know, I didn't do anything special with them. I just pummeled the way that you could... Shit, I lost my train of thought.
You just like used your basic,
I just spammed just basic shit, and it wasn't all that entertaining. But you know, then I saw people on YouTube completely destroy these games, and I was like, oh man, I want to get in on that.
It's like, there is a thing like DMC style championships, like DMC 3 and 4, that do the coolest shit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I
they
have
just chain the attacks so well and shit.
Yeah, I have a friend who shows me that a lot of that stuff, and I'm impressed every single time.
It's like, you just think, okay, how do you, like, learn the in and out so well to make this game just run like that?
Yeah.
It's, there's another thing, that's what I like about Platinum's kind of ranking system. Like, this game doesn't really have it. I mean, Early Clover, like, you have money instead of score, basically.
Right.
But, like, just spamming your basic attacks, like, yeah, that gets you some points, but you actually have to use every move in your repertoire to actually get a decent score.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, Devil May Cry games, like Devil May Cry 3 especially, you have to use all of your attack. Like, if you just repeat the same one over and over, you get diminishing returns on it.
Right.
So you've actually got to mix up your style a lot.
Killer is Dead does that. I've mentioned that I recently got into that game, and I highly recommend it, but not if you're gonna get the PC version, be sure that you don't have a dual-core processor.
Is it not taken properly?
No, it doesn't. Like, there's apparently this loading glitch on episode 3. They haven't fixed it yet, but since I have a quad-core, that's not really an issue for me. Still, if your computer can run it, or if you have an Xbox or PS3, I recommend the game.
I was actually watching an LP of it recently to, like, decide, because I've only played a few Suda51 games.
Right.
Like, I played No More Heroes, I played Shadows of the Damned, which I got is a Suda51 game at a stretch.
Right.
Also, yeah, you can check that for a free God Hand refill. Elvis is the fucking best character. Basically, like, it looked fun. The story was, like, seemed like all the insanity of Killer 7, but even less directed.
Mm.
If you catch my meaning.
Right.
I could not follow, like, the kind of larger scope, which I guess was that is the point of his games. They're fucking bizarre.
Apparently, it's based on some kind of series called, Kill the Future, or Kill the Past. Apparently, Killer is Dead is part of the same universe as Killer 7. At least that's what I heard.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I forgot to cut this out, but yeah, there is nothing I really need.
Alright.
No problem. So, on to the boss fight. So, yeah, that was actually just a sub-boss we had earlier on.
Finally, a boss fight.
I
The
love that.
Huevon is the God Hand. Oh, that's rich.
I only now just noticed the giant portrait of himself.
That's the first thing I noticed.
A la mierda.
What's the matter? You on a tight budget, big guy?
He's a
You
devil,
know
he can
what?
relight
I'm
his
getting a bit
infinite
hungry,
cigar.
and a little Huevon sounds like it would hit the spot.
You need to feed your brain, not your ass.
I don't know why that's just thrown in now.
I hope you fight half as good as you talk, cabron.
Find out for yourself.
Yeah! I don't think you realize what you're getting yourself into, pendejo.
Newsflash, big guy. You can wax on, wax off all you like. I'm still kicking your ass.
Also, in this room, the most important attack of the game is in this room, behind his throne. I'm gonna go grab that in a little bit. Also, just listen to this fucking music.
This fucking disco music.
Wow.
Yeah. His fucking name is Elvis. His theme is so perfect for it.
Damn.
Yeah, and also stomping just stops being useful at level 3 because they just realize, oh, I can just get out from under it. So yeah, with God Hand Me, I've nearly got him down to half. But now he's on level 3, and he actually becomes pretty fucking difficult on level 3. Alright, I've now got the best, most important move in the game, and I died. How quickly he can wreck my shit. But yeah, that doesn't matter anyway, because... Let's just pause this for a second, I want to show you the Yes Man Kablam.
Oh boy.
Oh, I fucked up. Back in that menu. Time for the best attack. Okay, it looks useless, but it's a heat-up move. So if you manage to hit someone with that slow, stupid attack, your God Hand meter gets fucking filled really high.
Oh, wow.
So, the stupidest attack in the game has a fucking purpose. Now it's time to actually kick the shit out of this guy.
Look at his fucking health.
Yep. Look how fucking little I took off by landing some hits. These boss fights, you have to learn them in and out. And then just... if you manage to hit them enough without getting hit, they'll get knocked up to the next stage of difficulty where they get even more aggressive. Oh, that was an anticlimactic attack.
You seem to charge up your stomps a little too much.
Yeah. I rarely ever use that kick because I always get overzealous with it. But now I'm trying to save that God Hand meter for when I, you know, have him on the ropes a bit.
I think I'm gonna have to look at the soundtrack for this.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
it. It's fucking great. If your computer's capable, I'd recommend emulating it if you can't find a copy as well.
I could probably emulate it.
It's just so satisfying,
Yep.
is the thing. It's like, the game's sound effects, the way it animates, the way enemies react, it actually has a feeling of punch. And also, for some reason, he skids at you when you get out of his range. Why he can skid, the game doesn't fucking need to explain it, he just skids at you.
Can't you, like, dodge in place, or does that not work?
It works on straight attacks and like attacks aimed at your chest and head, but on vertical strikes or low strikes, the forward dodge doesn't work.
Oh.
I love how out of place his cigar looks.
I think he keeps it perfectly.
It looks like he got it like lodged in the like top of his teeth.
Don't know why he just got caught in a stomp chain there. Oh yeah, also he can shoot fucking energy balls.
Just because, you know.
Just because, yeah.
Oh, please finish him off like this. Yes!
Yeah. That was so satisfying. So yep, that's the first level of God Hand of about 8.
'Cause I'm really gonna give it to you! Hey, you're the big nice hero, right? How about giving me a hand here?
Huh?
Come on, come on, come on!
Oh, I'll help you out all right.
¡A la mierda! He really gave it to me, all right.
This is why I love Elvis. He's actually a recurring boss fight as well. He gets fucking better as the game goes on.
See you around, fat boy.
Oh, that was entertaining. I need to go play that game.